Something extraordinary is happening at the Cincinnati Open, and it has nothing to do with the scoreboard. Maria Sharapova, five-time Grand Slam champion, former world number one of the greatest to ever hold a racket, is standing inside the Lindner Family Tennis Center in Mason, Ohio, and she is stunned not by the tennis, not by the star-studded field by the sea of Philippine flags stretching across the stands, by the deafening roar of thousands chanting one name, by a ticket rush so overwhelming it left tournament director Bob Moran completely speechless. Alex Eala has arrived in Cincinnati, and the tennis world will never be the same. Let's set the scene. Just weeks ago, Toronto's stadium was electric, 10,000 seats packed, Filipino flags everywhere, fans chanting "Eala Eala" so loud the walls shook. It was unlike anything a tournament had seen for a player outside the top 10, and now Cincinnati is getting the exact same treatment. The Filipino community, one of the largest diaspora populations in the entire United States, has mobilized. Fans drove in from across Ohio, flew in from California, New York, neighboring states, some traveled across the country just to be in that building. When Alex walked onto that court, when she arrived at the venue, the walkways were already lined with people, banners, flags, children in replica kits, adults with tears in their eyes. The energy wasn't just excitement. It felt like a homecoming, because for millions of Filipinos around the world, that's exactly what it is. Alex Eala isn't just a tennis player to them. She is proof that resilience wins. Proof that a girl from the Philippines can stand on the biggest stages in sport and belong there. The moment her entry into the Cincinnati Open was confirmed, something remarkable happened. Tickets vanished. Tournament director Bob Moran, a man who has seen plenty of marquee names come through this event, described the demand as simply unbelievable. And this wasn't just casual interest. This was passion. This was an entire community rallying behind one of their own. One analyst put it perfectly: the Filipino population follows her. She is the biggest sports star in their country by far. Male or female. Andy Roddick coined a name for it, Ilamania, and said it with a grin, calling it fun when people are organizing watch parties across a country for a fourth-round match. Something real is happening, something that goes beyond tennis. Former British number one Greg Rosetsky went even further, comparing the intensity of Filipino fan support to the Serena Williams era. That's not a small comparison. That's a statement about cultural power. Now, here's where the story gets deeply personal. Maria Sharapova has been watching Alex Eala's rise for a while now. Weeks ago, after Eala's historic Wimbledon victory over defending champion Iga Swiatek, Sharapova did something that stopped Alex in her tracks. She left a comment on Wimbledon's Instagram post. 2 words, a star emoji. That's it. Simple, powerful, and it meant everything. Eala later opened up about that moment, saying Maria is really her childhood idol, someone she looked up to so much when she was young, and that the fact Sharapova commented on her post meant she knew who she was. A win she'll take now. Sharapova isn't just commenting from a distance. She's here in Cincinnati, watching the flags wave, hearing the chants, feeling the electricity in that arena firsthand, and she couldn't quite believe it, because Sharapova has seen it all. She's watched superstars rise. She's seen legends fade. She knows what real star power looks like because she had it herself. The fact that the Eala frenzy has caught her off guard tells you everything. For Eala, this is a full circle moment. A little girl who once stood in awe of Sharapova, and now that same legend is standing in awe of her. So, what does Cincinnati look like for Alex Eala? On paper, she enters as the number 17 seed, the highest seeding of her career at a WTA 1000 event that comes with a first-round bye, sending her straight into the second round. Her likely opening opponent will be either Romania's Elena Gabriela Ruse or Poland's Magdalena Frech, both experienced players who have defeated her before. The projected path gets tougher from there. A third-round matchup with Amanda Anisimova, a potential fourth-round battle with Linda Noskova, and if she gets through that, Jessica Pegula waiting in the quarterfinals. It is not an easy draw, but nobody told those thousands of fans to go home. Nobody told them to lower their flags or quiet their chants, because this isn't just about winning or losing a match. This is about witnessing something historic. As one voice in that crowd said, people are spending their hard-earned money to be there because they love her. They love her personality. They love her game. She's just got it. Some people just have that thing. Step back for a moment and look at what this really means. Tennis has long been concentrated in North America and Europe. Asian players have rarely cracked the upper ranks of the tour, and the Philippines had never produced a professional tennis star before Alex. She has changed all of that. She speaks in her native tongue during interviews. She wears her heritage proudly, and she has appeared on the cover of Vogue Philippines, Tatler, and virtually every major publication in her country, not by chasing a certain image, but by being completely unapologetically herself. Her peers have noticed. Danielle Collins said she loves how comfortable Alex is in her own skin and how genuinely kind she is. Coco Gauff welcomed her impact directly, saying she likes that Alex brings a whole new demographic to the WTA Tour. Jessica Pegula mentioned Eala's influence in her own runner-up speech at the Washington Open. Even Naomi Osaka has spoken about the passionate Filipino fan base that follows Eala everywhere she goes. Andy Roddick said it best: everyone in tennis should be cheering for her, because if she can bring hundreds of millions of new people to this sport, that's better for tennis, and he's cheering for that. Let's talk about where this girl came from. She picked up a tennis racket at age 4 in 2022. She became the first Filipino player in history to win a junior Grand Slam title in March 2025. She shocked the world with a run to the Miami Open semifinals, defeating 3 Grand Slam champions along the way, including Swiatek in 2026. She made history again, becoming the first Filipina to win a Grand Slam singles main draw match at the US Open, and then came the moment that changed everything. Her first WTA Tour singles title in Washington, D.C. The Eala frenzy fully unleashed, and now Cincinnati tournament organizers in Toronto reported that Eala alone generated upward of 5,000 ticket sales. 5,000. For a single player, she has filled stadiums, she has unified communities, she has brought the sport new audiences, new passion, and new purpose. Maria Sharapova's reaction to Alex Eala in Cincinnati is not just a celebrity moment, it is a mirror reflecting back how far this young woman has come, and how bright the road ahead truly is. A girl who once watched Sharapova from the stands, a legend who is now watching her. That is not coincidence, that is not luck, that is the Eala effect. The Cincinnati Open is just the next chapter, and this story is far from over.